Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw, Pickett. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. As Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. Agnew now to return. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. There's a nice move. A solid stiff arm. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And he's going to get this down near the 25. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he is going to lose yardage here. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, a slant route caught by Bateman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
3rd and goal, Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you...
Touchdown! A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Presley Harvin now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Jackson on first down. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Jackson now. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Tucker now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Back to throw, Pickett. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. The Steelers, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Pickett now on first down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd and inches. Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. He's got this to Pickens. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Harris running straight ahead. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 53 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Going to run the toss here to Harris. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, an effective play there, getting the wideouts involved in the run game.
But they're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew the heat was coming there on that snap. But this time, the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew, and maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away, but down late in the 4th quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play. And even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
2nd and 6.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Real quick.
Dobbins is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made here at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders in the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Pickett on 3rd and 1. That swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
It's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse. as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. But Pickett finding Johnson there. 1st down, Steelers. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Finds Pickens out right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a toss play. It's Harris. Down inside the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did.